Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rebel Chums channel. We have another Bandai model kit review. This time it's Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise. I built the figure mostly how I want to portray him later on. I will be weathering Luke going forward as well. I'm not using his accessories. I'm not using the Stormtrooper helmet that he actually only can hold in his hands. He cannot actually wear it unless you take off the hat and replace it for a Stormtrooper helmet, but then you just have a regular Stormtrooper figure. So I didn't want to do that. But yeah, he could wear the helmet in his hand, like he just took it off. Also a blaster, of course. I didn't install his blaster holder, that black piece that normally hangs off his upper tight on the back, because it didn't fit. Like, I had some serious fitting issues with that thing, whereas with the other Stormtroopers or the Dark Trooper, I didn't have any issues. So it really depends a bit on per figure as well. But that one didn't fit whatsoever. I tried to cut a whole bunch of excess material away from the inside, actually from this part here on the bottom, but it still didn't fit. So I was like, yeah, forget it. We do that in a future video. We're not gonna actually paint Luke up, etc. But it's a really cool Stormtrooper figure. Well, Stormtrooper body is just the same old Stormtrooper figure that we all know. But Luke actually has a really nice head sculpt, and the face is fully painted as well. Let me see if I can show that. It's a bit difficult with a wide angle lens, but I will do that in a different video. Then we do a close-up. But his face, his likeness is very strong, very good likeness, especially from this side here in this angle. I feel this is a really good Mark Hamill look. Very strong face. This side, yeah, it's okay, a bit weaker, but yeah, his face is fully painted, etc, etc, etc. So you don't have to do anything with that part, which is normally quite hard to actually capture, like a face really good. Like if you paint it over and take away all the paint that was originally there, capturing a good face is quite hard. But this one is perfect. I don't have to do anything. It's different than, for example, the Bandai figure art figures, where they have the 3D printed technology for the faces, which makes the faces a bit grainy. This face is really nice, glossy, and smooth. It's all molded out of plastic, all the details, which is normally the case as well. But the paint is just excellent on it. So it's in my opinion, a better looking head sculpt than the face printing technology, which makes it a bit blurry and loses its features a bit. Only on the distance you can see, yeah, that's a ray or something, but close up it looks a bit wonky to me. Again, very good figure. It's of course just a Stormtrooper figure with a Luke Skywalker face on there. Is it a must-have in any model kit collection? Not so sure. It's a bit of a niche figure because they repurpose 99% of a model kit and just put on a different hat on there, and maybe charge you a lot more money because they have to pay royalties to Mark Hamill for using his likeness and that kind of stuff. But in my opinion, I still think it's worth the extra money. Because most of the time you see these a bit more expensive than a regular Stormtrooper. So I do think it's worth, especially together with Han Solo, which I also will do a review of, and I will be building that one very soon. About building, by the way, this is my next upcoming build, BB-8 and R2-D2, so we're looking forward to build those two guys. We'll do that later today. One little issue that I had. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a, I don't know, a rough guy apparently, because I broke this piece here. This piece actually clips on from the front over his upper tight on the bottom here. And it just snapped right in the middle, because of the tension was too high, and yeah, just snapped. So be careful when you attach this point on any Stormtrooper figure. It's pretty thin plastic here in the middle, so it has a tendency to break. And I experienced that firsthand, unfortunately. Luckily, super glue fixed that for me. I will weather and paint it, so you won't really notice it that well anymore. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm not gonna lose my sleep about it, as I did with the R2 astromech, which I broke the leg off in the last video. But I try not to be a brute, but I don't know if it's because the model kits get a bit older, the plastic is quite thin, and maybe get more a bit fragile over the years, or it's just my incompetence as a new builder of model kits that I have these kind of issues at times. I'm also getting better at removing the parts from the spruces, so my knobs are much more small than before. I also stepped away from using the fell because the fell actually gave me weird, ugly spots on the plastic, and I don't like that at all. So I'm increasing my spruce cutting techniques in a positive way, which I'm happy with. So that was Luke Skywalker in his Stormtrooper disguise. Really cool. I'm gonna build maybe a little diorama with the guys in maybe the trash compactor. I'm not entirely sure, or in the control box in the control area. I actually kind of dig towards that, and I have like a little nice setup with blinky lights and whatnot. Makes it exciting. I don't know. We have to see. Really cool figure again. Highly recommend it, but it's not a must-have. So if you just want to get a few stormtroopers and they're cheaper than a single look, yeah, just go for that instead. Because having a nice army building going on for stormtroopers is always good. So I appreciate you watched. Thank you for watching, and see you next video. Take care. Bye bye.